All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is another episode of Straight from the Block, only on 92.6 WKBP The Spot. I'm your host, Deplano, co-host, holla at him.
You already roll with it, is man. It's your boy Questro, aka Crip Baylor. Stop playing with me, you heard?
And you already know who it is, man. Aston Martin, aka Mr. Martin. We ready to do it.
Yes, we are, because we got to talk about it. The Super Bowl is set. The Super Bowl is set. The Super Bowl is set. I had to say it three times. Um, if we had the conspiracy theorists in this podcast today,
I don't know. He
he
said he
would
was
he would
going to.
be he would be in full, which we consider to be full form. Okay, because I didn't see this game. I'll make it very clear, I did not see this game. What I will say is that every sign about this game points to some bullshit. It just points, it just points to bullshit. Uh, you got a team that runs the ball that didn't run the ball. You have guys like Odell Beckham, who was only targeted a certain amount of times, didn't have very many catches. It's a lot to point to in this game that's just like, huh? From penalty calls not called. It's amazing how much it seems like they wanted to make sure Mahomes was in the Super Bowl. But I digress. That's just my opinion. I'm gonna let my co-host talk about this game because they actually saw it. So please, whoever chooses to go first, please speak on this game.
I'm gonna let Trey go first. I ain't see the whole game, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna let Trey go first. I know
yeah,
Trey got
you,
to say.
yeah, you're eating, so let me go first. Um, Baltimore ain't show up, and if I got to put it on players, I'll say Zay Flowers, like his inexperience and not being ready for the big stage showed, like his composure. You know, that penalty that he had where like he caught the pass and then he stood over the dude and dropped the football over him and stood over him and flexed on him and all that. And the dude is like from the Chiefs, he's like, I bet you made a little catch. You got a little, you know what I'm saying? But that's 15 yards. You know what I'm saying? And now, literally like 3 plays later, when the same exact Zay Flowers is diving into the end zone, the same dude who he just flexed on and was doing all that talking over knocks the shit out of his motherfucking hand. And that's probably the biggest play of the motherfucking game. You know? So it goes from if just maybe, if you would have humbled yourself, after the big catch, we wouldn't have had to go back to you for another catch. We could have just ran that shit inside the motherfucking end zone because that was like inside the 5 yard line before he flexed on homie. You know what I mean? But it's little things like that. That was just one player, and that shows his immaturity and not being ready for the stage. Whereas everybody on the Chiefs just look cool as a cucumber. They just look like this is another game. They so used to doing this shit. It may be championship and y'all may have butterflies, but for us, that shit is just nothing. Kelsey targeted 11 times, all 11 were catches. It's like y'all ain't stopping me. I don't care how nice our defense is. I don't care how good the coverage is because he was being covered by Kyle Hamilton well on all 11 catches. But it's just Mahomes know where to put the ball that I'm the one that's gonna catch it. No matter how tight your defense is, my boy, Mahomes is gonna put it right here. And I'm gonna catch that and we just keep pushing. And time after time again, you just see that the more poised team and the team that was just used to being there performed like they was just used to being there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Lamar Jackson was dropping back too much. It's like he ran the ball 8 times for 54 yards, but that doesn't really tell the story because you'd see 8 times like, okay, he was running 9, 54 yards, 9. He got 21 yards or like 24 yards on his first carry. So that means the other 7 carries, he got what, 30-something yards? I mean, come on, that's not it. Those were pretty much scrambles. Like he needed to do more. Like he's the MVP regardless. It's still his season. But in the championship game, he needed to do more against that Chiefs defense to put his team over the motherfucking top. Like it was a battle of the defenses, and the Chiefs defense made more plays. Unfortunately.
You said that the Chiefs look cool, calm, and collected. did it feel like more like they had nothing to worry about as opposed to cool, calm, and collective? Because yeah, you said 8 rushes for him, but Gus Edwards only had 3 carries for 20 yards. So they
And
didn't
that's the
even
play
run.
caller.
They're running. That they
That's
didn't even. Yes, that's play calling, but that's
the
that's
play
that's
caller.
crazy. That's
That's play
crazy.
caller.
You know, let me tell you when I looked at the stats, when I looked at the stats of the game, and I looked at how the game was called based on those stats. You know what came to mind to me, okay? The
Mm.
Patriots versus the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl. That's how it felt to me. It felt like it was obvious for you to run the ball, but y'all chose not to. It was obvious you should have ran Marshawn Lynch, but all of a sudden you picked this pass play that turned into a debacle. That's exactly what it felt like.
Oh shit, there he go. But that's like one play compared to like a whole game of not running the ball. They should have been running the ball more in the first quarter. Like they should have been running the ball more out the gate. Like from the game plan, it should have been we're gonna run the ball 30 times as a team. And we're gonna have a few design runs for Lamar because they ain't got no, you know what I'm saying? They got too many
So
little
how was
niggas
that?
out there. Blow it.
So how was that not the game plan though? This is what
I
I'm
don't
saying. Like, how do you do everything to get somewhere and then go completely away from that when it matters the most to get you to the next round? I don't I don't understand.
yeah,
It's confusing.
yeah, yeah. This is why the homie Rex Ryan be going in on him on Get Up in the Mornings, B. I like Rex Ryan because he's always been blunt and bold, and he calls niggas' names out. Like he don't give a fuck if he's gonna see you inside somewhere, because he don't give a fuck. He'll call your name out and say that was stupid, monk. What were you thinking? You know what I'm saying? Like he went in on Baltimore play caller for not calling more runs. Like he definitely called him the fuck out. Like so, it is what it is. But this is the same man we give all the credit all season for finally having Lamar play quarterback and giving, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he got the credit all season for the plays that he was running, but then when it came to the biggest motherfucking game, he ain't run the ball enough. So damned if you do, damned if you don't, babe.
Quest, the floor is yours.
I'm going with the conspiracy. I'm going with the conspiracy. Like you said, how you do something all season and you're good at, and it got you where you get to, and then somebody just says, you know what? Let's not do that. That shit don't make no fucking sense. Like it logically doesn't make any sense. I'm calling these plays. These are the plays that are successful all season. And then when the game that we really need, I say, nah, you know what? Let's try some. Let's just throw it. Let's just throw it. Let's just throw it. Listen, here's a stat for you, D. You like stats, right? Here's a stat. Taylor Swift has generated an equivalent brand value of $331.5 million for the Chiefs and the NFL. The amount includes TV, highlights, social media, print, and digital going back to Swift's first game in September.
How much again? 300 and what?
31 million and a half. Notice, hold on. Okay, you see, notice when you're watching the game, do you not see Taylor Swift just as much as Mahomes?
Listen, you see the homie Plies had a.
Aha.
You see Plies went in on the bitch like, yo, we see you more than we see everybody else. Like, we don't need to see Taylor Swift. Like, NFL, stop pushing Taylor Swift on us. We don't give a fuck about this hoe. She got enough fans outside. She ain't
We
gonna
don't give
game
a fuck.
with real niggas. Fuck out of here.
Wait. We don't gotta give a fuck. But the money makes sense. So listen, I did see that stat already, Quest. I want to make sure you know this. I did see that stat, right? I know those numbers. And that's since she started dating Travis Kelce. Now, I tried to explain this to my coworker, right? I said, if you're a person like Taylor Swift who has a huge following, which maybe young people and women don't follow the sport. The minute she starts following the sport and is a part of a team and is dating a player, and now she's going to stadium to stadium to stadium, everybody's going to these events. Everybody's watching these events. The apparel even went up. The
All this
apparel
thing-
even went up. The
things-
merchandising all shot through the roof, all
Yep.
because of Taylor Swift. So now you got Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl. The biggest game. It was going to be the biggest game regardless.
Let me tell you what she just did. You know what she just thugged her way for the halftime performance next Super Bowl. She thugged her way. She don't give a fuck what Jay-Z talking about. I don't give a fuck who Jay-Z got coming. I'm gonna be performing next Super Bowl. My shit. I don't give a fuck who Jay-Z get. This is my shit.
Well, this is
Especially if they win.
Cause they ain't get who Jay. Only person Jay can't get that's bigger than her is B. Taylor
or
Swift.
Riri.
Taylor
or
Swift
Riri.
top five.
Riri already performed, didn't she?
That's true. Last year.
Taylor Swift like top 5 hottest people on the planet right now. Like biggest
Facts.
artists on the planet. Her,
Top 3.
her, Drake, and Bad Bunny. Top 3 fucking people in the world right now. Entertainers.
Who the fuck is Bad Bunny?
Spanish nigga.
Bad Bunny. What do you
Bad Bunny? Man,
Come on,
that
Papi.
nigga run the world. Nigga, he the
Act like you
biggest
from the
artist on the
Bronx.
planet.
Act like you from the Bronx. Come on.
Yeah, he the biggest.
No, I really don't
Bro,
know.
he's the biggest artist on the planet right now.
Hey, it's a Spanish artist?
Yeah, bro. Bro, his show money, bro, just to have that nigga pull up, it's like 20 mil. Like,
And he speaks no English, nigga.
now he speak a little bit English now because he be on wrestling. He a big wrestling fan, so he got incorporated into WWE. He been in a couple of like matches and shit. This nigga the biggest nigga on the planet. They brought WWE to Puerto Rico, and it was crazy. Anyway, but yeah, she just thugged her spot for the halftime show. So we don't have to guess like we you don't have to wonder next Super Bowl is Taylor Swift. She's performing. Especially if this nigga goes again. If these niggas go again next year, we're just looking like
this
Patrick
nigga
Mahomes is making a really good argument for greatest of all time.
This nigga
He's making his case really clear.
I say it every year. Okay? When Brady left the AFC and when Brady retired, you felt like, yo, we ain't never going to see nothing like this for a long time. Like it's going to be a long time before we see anything even close to what Brady and Belichick just did. When you was watching it, you felt that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, no. Patty Mahomes and Andy fucking Reid is right here, right fucking now. And it's like, nigga, they just passed the fucking torch. It's like they just passed the fucking torch over to these niggas. Like
he's like the Steph Curry of the NFL. Like they just knew this new light skinned dude came along. It was like, oh, he's a marketing tool that we can use to the fullest. And he's nice.
Biracial angel.
Don't ever doubt how fucking nice he is. Let's not ever doubt the God-given talent that this man, Pat Mahomes, possesses. Let's not ever doubt that. That boy is just he's it. You got eyes in him.
We don't have to doubt the talent, Kay. We could doubt the agenda. The agenda is clear. Because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. It felt it. This was the one year in a very long time that it felt abundantly clear who should have been in the Super Bowl and who was going. It's been a while since it felt this clear. Like you said it from early, Kay. Super Bowl preview. San Francisco's the best in the NFC. Baltimore's the best in the AFC. Now, once again, Easy One was in here for 2 seconds. The conspiracy theorist Easy Ben said they're going to do whatever it takes to get Patrick Mahomes back to the Super Bowl. That was he said it from early in the season. And everything pointed to Lamar Jackson winning this game. And then the LeBron Jackson we've been seeing pretty much all season. The Baltimore Ravens we've seen all season. All of a sudden have a brain fart. All of a sudden. Now, I don't like
one you're echoing. One you're
Okay.
echoing.
You're not echoing on mine.
And two, you ain't see the game. You got to put some respect on how hard Baltimore's defense played. Because after the first quarter, they held Kansas City to 3 points. So when
it was a 17, it was a low scoring game, 17-10. I'm not I'm not trying to take no respect from it.
Wait. You keep on trying to say you're not taking respect away from it, but then you go into a conspiracy. Going to a conspiracy is taking away respect from the greatness of Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, my brother.
It's not. It's not. It's not.
There's no way it could be both. It's like
why can't Patrick Mahomes be great? Wait. Why can't Patrick Mahomes be great, but it's set up for him to win? Why can't both be true? Two things can be true at the same time, bro. Because Patrick Mahomes is still nice. Nobody can ever say Patrick Mahomes not nice. You can't say Patrick Mahomes not nice. Who's gonna say that? Nobody's gonna say that. It doesn't mean that there were certain things that didn't happen to assure that he won.
Them boys just play ball. You heard? Baltimore's
That's your
defense.
perspective. That's your perspective. I only saw some. I only saw some highlights. That's all I saw. I saw highlights and things pointed out.
If Zay Flowers doesn't like if he tucks that ball and turns backwards and that shit doesn't get knocked out of his hand, it's a tie ball game, bro. It's like you can't take away from the farts and like it was like an inch. The NFL games is decided by an inch sometimes. Like he was just barely like a millisecond later, and he'd have crossed that fucking end zone before he knocked the ball out of his hand. But Snead, the defender, made an all-time awesome fucking play, and you got to give him credit for that play he made because a second later, and it was a touchdown. But he made that play right in time. That ain't got nothing to do with no agenda. That's ballers out there making plays at the biggest moments. So now you got to remember their name forever. Hey, Snead made that play. And Snead is the same one that Flowers violated on the catch for 55 yards on the same, like, you know what I'm saying, a few plays later. And he turned around and made a fucking play. So
to your point, quick, K, I have a question.
When Lamar Jackson threw that fucking interception, when they was driving down, even after that, when the defense came back out and balled the fuck out and left it on the field and stopped them niggas again and gave them another chance, and Lamar was driving down the field, he hit this dude Aguilar, they was going back again, and then he just fucking threw an interception, my nigga. The nigga held up his hand like he was open and was really fucking triple teamed. Lamar threw the ball. He fucked up. You see him bang the helmet on the side because he was tight because he know I shouldn't have made that fucking throw. That's a throw that Patrick Mahomes doesn't make in this playoffs, boy. He has no interceptions in the playoffs because he's
he's a great quarterback. I think you're trying to make a point that nobody's trying to make. Nobody's taking nothing away from Patrick Mahomes. What I'm saying is so to my point, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions and I'll wait for your response. One is several holding calls that was missed against Baltimore that was pointed out that were on game-winning drives or scoring drives. Excuse me, they were on scoring drives. They also have footage of showing that a couple of referees were in the end zone while some of these incidents happened, ready to pull out a flag, but didn't. Do you recall these plays, and how do you feel those plays did or didn't affect the team? I mean, the momentum of the game.
I don't remember the plays, and I don't remember anybody else talking about the referees. Like I've watched a lot of game coverage, and no one has talked about the refs costing the Ravens the game. This is the first time I'm hearing anybody talk about holding calls or And I've been watching a lot of coverage because I wasn't at home watching the game. I was in the bar, so I couldn't hear, but I was watching it. But I couldn't hear it because I'm saying I'm outside. Okay. But after the games, I've been watching Get Up. I watch everything. I watch all the sports shows in the world. and I haven't heard anyone else talk about the referee. You know.
Okay. Well, next time. Well, not even next time because I'm not gonna do it next time. I will present to you. I will bring have the footage so that I could speak about some of those plays that seem to have affected the game. I wish you have seen it. Maybe easy. Can you hear us, Easy?
This is why I say the football player should be best out of 3.
Easy. I said to K, did you watch the game? Did you see the game, E?
Which one?
The Baltimore Kansas City game.
For the most part, yeah.
Were you aware of a couple of holding calls that wasn't called against the Kansas City Chiefs?
Of course, nigga. That shit been happening all fucking season. It's been happening all season. That's why I said I knew the fix was in. They allowed that shit from the first game when they offensive lineman was jumping back and false starting and still holding from the first game of the season. They've been allowing that all season, and that's how they've been winning games.
I was referring. There was a couple of holding calls that weren't called against the receivers going downfield on the Ravens.
When I say hold it, I'm talking about the whole offense.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about the whole offense. The whole offense. And they've been allowing it all year. And the minute Patrick Mahomes get his way, you saw his reaction. When they called the call against him, he went on a rant. Like it was like they called something that never been seen before. Like the nigga wasn't almost a yard across the line and he went on a rant. How could you do this? How could you do this? So you know the fix is in. When the nigga's complaining about a call that's in your face. So, nigga, I knew they was gonna do the bullshit. I knew they wasn't gonna call shit because they want to make Patrick Mahomes seem like he did something super amazing with no receivers and nobody. He's doing all of this. He's not doing shit, man. The refs is giving him the games. And that's my stance on it. I don't care what niggas got to say. The refs been giving this nigga games all year. And I've been able to watch every single Kansas City game. Which is why I have this opinion. I've watched every single Kansas City game because I wanted to make sure I wasn't bugging the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? I had to make sure. I'm like, am I bugging the fuck out or is this shit just happening? I didn't even get a beer. I said, let me not drink nothing because maybe I'm because this shit is crazy. Like every call, the reason Patrick Mahomes was able to get those runs for first down was because of holding calls almost every single play that he ran for 10, 15 yards on first down. Every game. I said, yo, this is fucking bananas. So, I mean, they didn't call it on the receivers. They haven't been calling it on them all season since game one.
What I was telling Kay was there was a couple of plays that the flag was even put back in the pocket of the officiating crew where there was holding on the defense of Kansas City on the Baltimore receivers. And then I saw footage of it. I saw footage because people were sending breakdowns, the people that also believe that the fix might have been in, a breakdown of some of the plays that happened in Baltimore in that Baltimore game. And so Kay said he doesn't remember those calls or those plays. And I was just wondering if you had seen some of those. But you said you saw half the game. So I think this happened in the second half.
I saw it. I fell asleep at halftime, woke up in the fourth quarter. Saw the fourth quarter, went back to sleep. Because when I was like, yo, this shit is, I know what's going on here. Bro, let me tell you, I'm going to give you even more. I'm going to even give you something even to think about. If nobody remembers this, I wish what I'm going to start doing, I swear, I'm going to start recording games so I can do a play-by-play to show you. If you remember, the fix was in on Buffalo. Let me tell you how crazy this was. They
hold on. So we got a segment for E called the Fixes In. The Fixes. Your easy one merger.
It's conspiracy. There we go. Now finish, Easy.
Listen, son. Kansas City fumbled the ball. Buffalo starts pointing. We got the ball. We got the ball. You heard the announcer says, I think there's a fumble. They shut them niggas up right away. Didn't even look at a replay. Now, if you watch the games, they replay every first down. They didn't even go to a replay. They didn't even go to. I said, yo, these niggas is Romo and the other nigga that said nothing else about it. After that first second, I think there's a fumble. After that, they said nothing else about it. I've never seen this shit before. I've never seen them never go to a first down replay. And then the commentators to never say it again. They didn't even say it again. They just let it go. They was like, see, the thing with Patrick Mahomes is that he's so great. And da-da-da. I said, yo, this shit is crazy. Because Buffalo would have had the no bullshit. Buffalo would have had the ball, and that game would have went a whole nother way. And I was like, yo, I've never seen a commentators say, wait, I think it's a fumble, and then completely act like they didn't say it. So when I'm seeing stuff like this, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Cause Romo, you know, this nigga know how to talk. He don't let nothing ride. He don't let nothing slide. He'll say the shit 6 or 7 times. So for Romo to say it once and then be quiet until the next couple of plays, I said, nigga, this is bullshit. They want Kansas City in there because they want to make Mahomes look like he did everything with no receivers. That's what they want it to look like. So, I mean, that's my thoughts. I'm going to leave it at that. Because, you know, people get sensitive about that pink nigga. I don't know why.
But the reality, so do you think the fix is in for them to win?
Hold on. I'm all the way with you, E, because it got to be a conspiracy theory. It got to be some kind of conspiracy or scripturing going on that Dallas can't get nothing going. So it got to be a
I know it was coming.
Of course they doing some fuckery.
Listen, man. Listen. I can't stand to watch shit. I can't stand to watch it when the shit is in my face. If a nigga spit on me, I can't pretend like a nigga didn't just spit on me. That's why I would never act. That's why I would never marry an actress. Cause you can't tell me this nigga he wasn't acting like he was grabbing your ass. He just grabbed your ass, bitch. I saw it. Are you gonna tell me that's acting? Nah, bitch. The nigga, if I did that shit and you wasn't getting paid, what would you call it? Sexual harassment. You can't tell. Listen, man. That's just what it is, boy. That's just what it is, bro. Nigga. Like niggas will tell you anything in your face. They'll tell you anything, and if you don't believe what's in your face, I don't know what you're gonna believe.
So you think Mahomes is winning it, basically?
I'm gonna be honest. I think they just wanted him to get to the Super Bowl. San Francisco, if San Francisco loses, it'll be like when Jimmy Butler and them niggas beat fucking Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals. Jimmy Butler and the G Leaguers beat Jason Baby Kobe in the fucking Eastern Conference Final, because there's no way San Francisco should lose. There's no way they should lose, because Kansas City's not that good. Like, nigga, they've been talking about Kansas City's defense all year. Like, their defense is so hot. And Buffalo was running over these niggas in the whole game, and then all of a sudden they can't run it on them. And I know a football enthusiast is going to say adjustments were made. There wasn't no fucking adjustments made. When they started running the ball again, they kept running over these niggas. I'm just saying.
and then a running team forgets how to run in the AFC Championship game.
All of a sudden, these niggas can't run. Yo, that Rex Ryan rant. Oh my God, that shit was special. I knew I loved that nigga for a reason. That Rex Ryan rant was special. Kay, I know you was loving it.
I spoke about that already. I touched on it already. Go ahead to tell you your piece. I spoke on that Rex Ryan rant.
That nigga shit was special, boy.
Because he called names. I like Rex Ryan because he called names. He don't give a fuck if he's gonna see you next week at a function. He don't give a fuck if y'all gonna be on the same plane together. He don't give a fuck. He's gonna call your name on live TV and go off on you.
Facts. Y'all niggas got 6 rushing attempts. This offensive coordinator, that nigga must have been at a Diddy party and got kissed. That nigga bugging the fuck out all of a sudden. Now all of a sudden niggas is just losing their mind. That shit crazy to me, bro.
That is crazy. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, who you guys got in this Super Bowl? Do y'all care to make any picks? I
don't, because whoever wins, I mean, if San Fran win, thank God. If they lose, it's gonna be like, because Baltimore was supposed to win. Baltimore was supposed to win that game handily, and they only scored 10 points. That shit's crazy. So I don't know what's San Francisco almost got upset by the Lions. So I don't know. Well, I know. You know what? I thought the Lions was good enough to beat San Francisco on some G shit. I thought they were good enough to beat San Francisco. I don't know what the fuck happened.
I think Dan Campbell got a little beside himself. I think that's what happened.
Yo, did y'all see that cartoon? That cartoon sketch? That's on Instagram with the nigga that do the comedy cartoon sketches. The nigga had Dan Campbell with like his balls was bigger than him, and they was like, "Damn, Dan, you got some balls on you." He's like, "Yeah, man, I've been running with my balls all season." And he's like, "Yeah, you had to fucking lose this fucking game. The balls you got on you to lose this fucking game after you up 21 points."
So, yeah, we got to talk about this game because people want to point to Dan Campbell and his nuts, and they want to point to this and that. But for me, if you watch the game, it's one player that fucked the Detroit Lions over. And that one player, ladies and gentlemen, is Josh Reynolds. Josh Reynolds. Remember that name. Josh Reynolds is the reason that the motherfucking Detroit Lions lost the motherfucking game. All right? He had 2 huge drops. One was on 3rd down, one was on 4th down. But both of those drops were drops that would have extended drives. They were drive-killing drops, and they were blatant drops. In the biggest time, on the biggest stage, in the biggest fucking moment, he failed his teammates, he failed his quarterback, he failed his mama, he failed his children at home. His name is Josh fucking Reynolds. And rather than talk about Dan Campbell, I'm going to be who I've been all motherfucking season. I'm going to stick with Dan Campbell and the nuts that he had on him because that's the reason why they are where they are. If he ain't have these size nuts, they wouldn't have went from 3-13 to where they at right now in 2 years. You know what I'm talking about?
Listen, I'm gonna be honest, okay? I didn't, like I said, I don't know. I was just going by the skit. I don't know. A lot of people would say Dan Campbell kept going 4th down.
The 4th downs and the 4th downs and the 4th downs, but he did it 3 times versus the Cowgirls when he got cheated. And if you watch the Lions, he goes for it a lot on 4th down. He just does it.
No, he's been doing it
because it installs confidence in your offense, in your offensive line, and your quarterback. Fuck that. We got this too, y'all. I believe in you. Even though nobody else believes in you, I fucking believe in you. Go get that shit. And if you don't, my nigga, the defense is gonna hold it the fuck down. It is what it is. They know they coach. That's how they play. You know what I'm saying? It's a style. It's what's gotten them from 3-13 to where they were just at. But if you ask me, it's just like the other game. The stage was too big because that nigga, even though Josh Reynolds has been in the Super Bowl because he came over inside the trade from the fucking Rams to the Detroit Lions, and he's been Stafford's most trusted receiver all fucking season. You know what I'm saying? Like Amon-Ra St. Brown gets all the praise. He's dead fucking nice and he deserves it. He's that nigga.
You mean Jared Goff? You said Stafford.
I mean, golf. When it comes down to who's his clutch receiver in the clutch moments, it's normally fucking Josh Reynolds. But this game, those 2 drops were huge. They couldn't come back for them. They were drive killers, and they built momentum for the other side, and it was over. Of course, Jahmyr Gibbs' fumble was huge. When Gibbs fumbled that ball, as soon as they got it back off of that touchdown, it was crazy too. But those Josh Reynolds drops, if he'd have put any one of them shits, it would have turned momentum. It would have kept momentum going, and it would have put points on the board when Detroit really needed fucking points and momentum.
So I have a question. Kay. I have a question. I want to know if after this game and after the game versus Green Bay, is Purdy still considered a game manager?
I'll say this. If he's a game manager, which I still say he's a game manager, he's creme de la fucking creme. He's above everybody else who's game managing inside the fucking NFL right now. I'll tell you that. Because he can game manage, but when his team and when the script calls for him to make a little bit oomph and be innovative and step outside the box from game managing and make a fucking play and look like a Lamar Jackson, look like a Steve Young, the motherfucker is doing it. You know what I'm saying? And that's straight off intuition and that's straight off balling. And I'm going to give credit where credit is due because I'm a real one, you heard? So if we consider him a game manager, he's better than all the other fucking game managers who was in that category with him. And I remember, y'all, it was Zachary Prescott, it was Tua Tagovailoa, and it was who was the other guy they were saying was a game manager and not a game. Guy. But I know
you mean the real MVP Dakota Prescott?
No, Daiquiri. We're talking about Daiquiri. He's way better than those guys. He's at the top of the fucking, he's creme de la creme when it comes to game managers. If that's what we're going to be calling. Because
I just was asking because there's been a lot of talk about him not being a game manager, and I think it takes more than 2 games to prove that you are not. I think he stepped up and helped win those games for his team in Green Bay and now in Detroit. So props to Brock Purdy.
Don't do that. Don't do that. No, don't do that. Don't you do that. Don't you do that and try to minimize his success to 2 games. It's 2 games.
Oh my God, Kay, cut it out. Why you got a cape on today? You coming to save everybody. You coming to say first you coming to say Patrick Mahomes. I just gave the dude props, bro. But truth be told, he hasn't had to do what he did these last 2 games all season. Why can't we just acknowledge that? They've been blowing teams out, Kay. They've been blowing teams out with the defense and with that offense, and with McCaffrey having a crazy hell of a season, an MVP season. They've been killing teams. The last 2 weeks in the playoffs, right, with getting behind in Green Bay and getting behind in Detroit, he's carried the team to wins. I'm giving him his props. But I'm saying that 2 games doesn't specifically, 2 particular games in the playoffs, doesn't necessarily change him being titled a game manager. You think I'm taking props away from him? I just gave it to him.
I'm just saying I appreciate all of that, but playoffs are when legends are made. Okay? Fuck what you do in the regular season. In the playoffs is when your plays and when your legacy will be really cemented. You know?
All that shit. You sound like a Fox 5 commercial.
This is why Eli's still on TV right now, because he stepped up in the fucking playoffs and he made his legend and his, you know what I'm saying? That's why he's Eli the fucking great to you, bitch ass.
Okay, yeah, let's all right. So what's your picks for the Super Bowl since Mr. Scott and Mr. Bayless? What are your picks for the Super Bowl? Please.
Fuck San Francisco. I mean, I don't want none of them motherfuckers to win. I want the Cowboys to win. That's what the fuck I want.
It's not there. It's not there. How you gonna pick somebody that's not there?
I'm picking the Cowboys. Fuck that shit. If Mahomes loses, they're gonna LeBron this nigga. He's gonna be the LeBron. Like how many Super Bowls he been to? 4?
He's been to 4, right? Okay.
This will be the 4th. This is the 4th. No,
I think this is the 4th. Right? He only lost once, right?
No, he lost twice.
Twice.
I believe he lost twice.
To Brady and what's his name? What's his name? Oh shit. Anyway, so what? He been to 4, right?
This is his 5th.
This is his 5th. If this nigga loses, he's LeBron. Plain and simple. He's gonna be LeBron. Like he gets there just to lose. He's gonna be LeBron. And then to me, that just makes all your greatness whack. That makes all your greatness whack.
I think I shout out to Bally Prez. Let the San Francisco 49ers win.
Fuck Bally too. Fuck that shit.
Let the 49ers win.
No, I don't want them niggas.
At least it'll be fresh blood as the champions or something.
If I want anybody to win, it's gonna be Kansas City. Let's go Kansas City. He's a biracial angel. I'm going for the biracial angel.
Listen, just because his pops be smoking black and miles, I guess we got to root for him. I don't know.
We got to get a win every way we can. Lamar's gone. Lamar Salas is gone. We got to get a win any way we can. If we got to get a win with the biracial angel, fuck it. We got to get a win.
Nigga,
who you picking, Ken?
You got 2 Africans on San Francisco.
What do you mean, D? I take just because he spoke black and miles, I guess we gotta root for him.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean, B?
That's the reason you got to
like, yo.
No, I'm just saying.
You ain't say nothing wrong, D.
It's like Uncle Shay Shay pulling out black and miles and shit. So you got to root for the black and mile pop.
He's in the skybox like this.
Real Cubans. He ain't on no black and mile 250 a pack.
Like this.
Big dog Cubans, you heard?
Oh, okay, that was Cubans. Okay, my bad. I don't know. I'm talking shit. You know better than me, K. My bad.
He need to change his name to my auto. He need to change his name to my auto. Cause that nigga ride for this nigga too much. He need to change his name to my auto. My auto. Mahomes in my auto. That nigga need to change. He be riding with this. You see, I came to his pops defense, big dog Cubans. Who gives a
He's a biracial angel. He's a biracial angel. That's what it is.
If he was smoking a big blunt, I could see you saying, yeah, that nigga had the big ass spliff. This nigga said, those are big bug Cube. Who gives a fuck about Cubans?
That nigga smoking wine flavored black and miles with the word. Getting the paper right, all that.
So I'm assuming you're going for Kansas City, hey K?
I'm going for Kansas City.
Listen,
my order.
Every time I try to root against Mahomes, he proves me. He breaks my heart. Like he breaks my heart, but it's like I fucks with him at the same time, so I can't really be heartbroken. But I be wanting other niggas to beat him. This ain't the first time I picked against him in the fucking playoffs, and he reminds me, my nigga, stop playing. You know what it is. So I ain't going against him.
Say no more.